again, we are connecting up with the crew aboard the Elvene boat, the fully solar electric boat. Welcome back, guys, to the live broadcast. And it's good to see you guys are still smiling. You're still healthy. You're not dehydrated. You're not at each other's throats. Tell us a little bit about how it's been now. You're at the halfway point.
Yeah, we're at the halfway point now, and I would have to say so far it's been fantastic. Boat is performing kind of how we were expecting it to. We're quite lucky with the weather, and as you said, we're still friends. So I think that's a big win.
Well, I get more questions asked about your accommodations and food than the boat, but let's start there. So, were you able to actually get some good accommodation, or is back to the tent?
Last night we had some really nice accommodation in an old pilot station, dinner, and a warm sauna waiting for us.
A
So it
warm
was
sauna.
fantastic.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. Well, your sail plan, just following the tracker as we have on the Sensa Marine tracker, we've given those links out to our community. It looks like you've headed back north and you've almost like doubled back on your trip. Is this the sail plan or have you deviated?
No, this was the plan originally to first go south to show just in the archipelago further south, and now we're headed back north of the lighthouse that we're gonna go and check out. And
Wonderful.
actually, looking at the weather yesterday, we had some headwinds that slowed us down, and we used a bit more power than we wanted to. But we thought we would stick to the plan just to show that it is possible to go against the wind also.
Yeah, wonderful. Justin, you've been on all sides of the different boats. You're certified for 100 tons. This is a lot smaller form factor.
Yeah.
How have you sort of just adjusted to this type of cruising and being fully electric? You've got to have a few thoughts in your mind. What are your thoughts about how this is going and how you feel on this boat?
Yeah, I mean, so I just actually did a boat trip, a delivery, like immediately before this trip, and I would say this is significantly lower stress, and it just, I personally have fun on boats a lot more fun on boats this size than the bigger ones that where you're constantly have to monitor depth and a lot of other factors. So this has been like a pleasure cruise, really, and it's such a simple boat. I mean, this morning the whole procedure uh, for getting this on, normally you'd have a big boat, you'd have engine checks. You go through a whole engine room round where you're checking fluids, you're checking oil, making sure you have everything's in order. This one push of a button and off we went. It's so simple. It's so easy. Yeah, it's just been really enjoyable.
I can't even imagine. I know my Grand Banks with my twin diesels, every morning I press the button, I just pray it's going to start.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Um, Emil, as you've been cruising along, and again, I've been following what's going on the tracking, which I so appreciate because it gives us so much information. But some of our viewers are asking you, I see that your average speed is around 4.1 knots. The boat is actually
Yeah.
capable of much more. Are you intentionally
Yeah.
feathering it back, or have you been every once in a while showing off that the boat can actually do 25 knots?
No, we haven't been showing off anything on this trip. We're keeping it slow and steady. And the plan was to keep it around 4.5, 5 knots, something like that. But especially yesterday, we were going against the wind, and we had wind at about 12 knots, and got some chop that slowed us down, and we were consuming a bit more power than we expected. So that's why we've been taking it slow. Today we will be in more protected waters, and keep going slow just to conserve power. And actually today our plan is to charge the batteries a little bit while we're driving. So
Do you get
that
do you get
is.
some Do you get some strange looks from other boaters going by in their power boats?
Well, we're getting some strange looks, and it's quite fun because we started receiving messages from unknown people, like, hey, I'm out on this island and I'm following you on this tracker. Like, is it you that are passing right now? Because we can't hear anything, but it looks like a boat passing by. And a lot of these, it's a lot of these fun things happening.
That's fantastic. What are your plans for today?
Today we'll stay in very protected waters in the archipelago, go through some canals, go to a lighthouse further north, maybe for lunch or just a quick visit. Then we'll actually head into one of Finland's many lakes. So we'll go through some locks and go in a lake. Once again, some really protected archipelago and back out to sea to an island where we'll stay the night. And
Yeah, that's
hopefully we will
wonderful.
have a cabin and a warm sauna waiting for us.
A warm sauna. The You know, it's just and it's part of the world that so many people do not get to go and see, much like northern Canada as well. There's way more populated places, but how do you see? Maybe I can ask this of both of you, but how do you see this boat performing in, say, the Caribbean or in points where it's a lot warmer? And you mentioned going out to a lake. We've got these people that do the Great Circle in North America, which is lots of locks and stuff, but is this the kind of a boat that could fit perfectly in that kind of environment, or is it not suited for that?
Uh, this is definitely a boat that's been designed for exactly that type of environment, and in my opinion, it would be a great fit. Of course, here up north, we currently have very long days, a lot of sun hours, and not very warm temperatures. That's
Hmm.
perfect for solar panels. It's the perfect conditions. But then again, when you head further south and get closer to the equator, you have much more stable sunshine and much more predictable sunshine, if you say it like that. So it's a perfect fit for these conditions. And it's actually easier to predict your exact range and your exact performance in these sort of conditions. Because up here right now, it's a bit hit and miss. Just are we getting a beautiful day or are we getting a really terrible day? And now with Justin, we've been extremely lucky to have a couple of really nice days and
Hmm.
only a bit of wind that's been slowing us down.
Well,
But maybe you just, yeah.
I'm sure, Emil, you've been out in these same waters when it's been pretty nasty, and it's nice to have good weather. But that also speaks to the experience, doesn't it? All of us as boaters, we've been out there when part of the thing that is exhilarating is the boat can handle it? Can we get everything? Do we have enough fuel? Are the boat systems going to work? You've removed so much of that. You actually get to the place where, as you said yesterday, Justin, it's like sailing without the work. So you must have a whole different attitude on board. I mean, maybe even talking, even saying things, talking about things that have nothing to do with boating because your mind is so relaxed.
Yeah, I mean, well, it certainly is a boat, and it's still definitely a boat trip. So you have actually, I was saying it's in many ways like any other type of boat where you're still having to plan your route, you're still having to look at weather, and yeah, I mean, on longer trips, you're certainly kind of enjoying yourself as the islands go by and kind of talking about scenery and things like that. But and then yeah, back to your other question, I think that this would be a great boat for the Caribbean. I mean, you have
Mhm.
plenty of sunshine, almost nonstop there. The boat can certainly handle the weather on the Bahamian Bank. I think it would be a great boat for there. And yeah, we were actually talking about the trip that a lot of people do, the Great Loop, down through from Chicago down the Mississippi and Ohio rivers of the East Coast. And yeah, the speed often people go to conserve fuel is like, yeah, 5 knots,
Yeah,
5 to 10 knots. And this thing would certainly be a money saver for people looking to do that.
yeah. So you're on schedule. So you've got probably going to be doing what, another 50 nautical miles today, and then we're wrapping up the next day.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. And we're still keeping Sunday as a backup if we run out of energy, not the boat, but if we run out of energy, we're keeping Sunday as a spare day. So maybe we'll do a couple of miles on Sunday also.
Well, it's fantastic. Well, I know you got other things to do and talk about. I don't see any fishing rods out the back. How was your fishing luck yesterday? Oh, there
We
is.
got
Yes.
we got a salmon on
That's
ice
right. We got a
actually.
salmon. We
Very
didn't catch it
nice.
though.
No,
Okay.
unfortunately, we got some help, but we got a salmon on ice in the boat.
Fantastic. Well, listen, I appreciate the fact that you're making time for us, and our community is following you with great interest. And as you said yesterday, Justin, with the range of this boat, it's just shattered. It really is crushing range anxiety, and the new developments that are going to come out of this, not only from Elveni, but the challenge that you've placed on other manufacturers to get out there and stretch the limits by putting solar as part of a component and optimizing the hull design, as you talked about yesterday, Justin, the way it moves through the waves and how easily it is to handle. These are all things that it's almost pioneering. It's got to be part of your thinking as well as you're on this trip.
I I don't know. I don't know that it's just wanted to do when I heard the capabilities of this boat. My mind immediately went to, you can go out from island to island. Let's do that. Like, just because I think it's fun. And if anyone takes anything away from this, it's that you can do this too. If you like getting out there and kind of going exploring, this is a incredible platform to do that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Elveni, and your crew, about Emil, thank you for taking the risk. I mean, this is you've got Justin on board, and he's pretty hard on the technology. I've seen him bring some other people to tears. So the fact that you've taken him on board and allowed him just to see everything that's going on, it's huge to be able to have this third party validation. So thank you
Absolutely.
again. I'll let you get back to fishing and navigating, and we look forward to speaking to you tomorrow as you're three-quarters of the way tomorrow through your tour,
Yep.
and hopefully everything goes well. You wish you safety and fair winds, and hopefully you'll still be friends tomorrow.
Oh, we will. Thank you so much, Bruno. Thank you.
Take care,
Okay,
Bruno.
take care, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.